Alright, so now we actually have Lou Delilah's, and you can guess we're probably going to be going all the way through the Delilah's family. Yes, we are. We're going to fight Lou, then we're going to fight Che, and then we're going to fight G. So, this really actually isn't too bad. I would venture to say that these battles are much, much easier than Dohati was before this. And if you remember these guys' patterns, it's always attack, attack, special, so just make sure you're spiriting every third turn. Lou is going to provide no challenge whatsoever. This is going to be a very easy fight, because we'll be able to block most of these. See, I mean, that was like 300 damage. That's basically nothing. We almost completely heal that. And she also has very little defense, so just a few turns and we should be able to take Lou out fairly simply. Yeah, see, I mean, this is a really good example of just how good that defender chain is. You block the majority of attacks with it. It's very, very nice. I mean, since she only got one attack through on those, what, like, maybe 7 or 8? I wasn't counting, but... Alright, time for another Plasma Strike. That's pathetic. 234. We actually blocked all of them except the final hit. That was kind of cool. Alright, so I would probably guess that the next attack should take her down. I mean, we've done like 8,000 or so up to this point, so... I mean, if I remember, she really doesn't have much more HP than that anyway. Yeah, it's kind of cool that we get to see these moves being used on somebody other than the ones they used when we were right before Koru in Navora Ravine. It's kind of cool to see, like, Plasma Strike being used on Vaughn, you know? And of course we'll get to see Megaton Press as well from the next one. Yep, and down she goes. I figured as much.
Round 10.
Alright, round number 10. We are definitely approaching the end. I've already said who's going to be next. Che Delilah's. So again, this strategy is very much the same. I'll probably go ahead and attack after this turn just so I can get one in before the special, you know, even though we don't really have a lot of AP. Now, Che can be a little bit more dangerous because his hammer attacks, like just regular ones, do quite a lot of damage. So if you just get really bad luck with blocking, he could actually overwhelm your healing grail, life grail, or whatever a little bit. But still, it shouldn't be too much trouble. See, I mean, 176, I mean, if that had hit all 3 times, that would have done, like, over 400 damage, so... Yep, so there's Megaton Press used on Vaughn instead of Gala. And of course, unlike Lou Delilah's, that one can't be blocked in any way, so it's gonna regularly do a little over 300. See, and this is where I was kind of saying, like, if those hammer attacks hit you, he could sort of cancel out your life grail a bit, but as it is, we blocked them all, so we're back up to full health. So, it really shouldn't be too much trouble. So there's a good 3,000 damage. He's also, of course, has the most HP out of the whole group, so he's going to take a little bit longer. Thankfully, he decided to hit me with the weak one. Alright, so let's just prepare ourselves for another attack. It's really too bad we don't have room for something like the Metal Goblet, you know? And that would speed this up so much, but again, I mean, survival is just so much more important. So you just kind of have to deal with what you got. Alright, so one more should probably do it after this, I would imagine. Yes, there we go, 367. That's about as much as his Megaton press does. Alright, so hopefully just one more spirit. No, we don't quite have enough for Miracle Arm. Maybe he'll hit us. But don't count on it. Really? That didn't do it. Oh, I'm actually very surprised by that. Alright, so hopefully this one will finish it. I think it should. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so down goes Che Delilah's. Only one more of the Delilah's family left. And it should actually be considerably easier because it does about the same amount of damage and actually has a little bit less health, so...
Round 11.
Yep, round 11. So I think, I'm pretty sure there are 13 rounds, if I remember correctly. Now we've got this, and then we've got 2 more after it. So G Delilah's again, Delilah's family, same strategy. You know how this works. Defender Chain helps a lot with this guy as well. So I'm just going to get off whatever of an attack I can. Oh. There we go. It's kind of pathetic, but, you know, it's something. So, actually, that wasn't too bad, 1784. But yeah, I mean, you can see already just how helpful that Defender Chain is. It's keeping us from a lot of damage. You know, it's always cool to see that attack. I've always liked it. No, don't attack, Spirit. Don't quite have enough to do the good combo. Oh well. Yeah, and he also, I don't know, I think he might actually have about the same defense as Jay. I thought he might have a little bit less since he's sort of a smaller character or whatever, but I don't know, it looks like that was doing about the same, so. Ooh, 94, alright, good. As long as I have over 90, that's really all I need. Yeah, it's doing about the same amount of damage it did to Che. Thankfully, G's got a little bit less health, so it won't take me as long. I don't know, maybe just by like 1 or 2 turns, I guess, but... $35. Oh wow, really, really scary there. All right, let's. I hope this takes him out. Okay, it looks like it did. It's like I wasn't even checking to see if I was knocking him down or anything. We'll get plenty of recovery for this. Definitely enough to put us at max health. Yeah, 1393. And you can also see we're gaining quite a bunch of coins. That was like 5893, I think, and we're not even done yet. Alright, so here we are against Zora. Now, this is where things start getting incredibly difficult. Basically, the thing you need to remember with her is that every other round, she can use that Dark Typhoon attack. That doesn't necessarily mean she will, but basically, like, if that last turn was turn 1 and this is turn 2, basically on even turns is when she can use it, as you can see here. So yeah, that's the thing about Darkness Typhoon, is that it does quite a bit. We can recover most of it, but if she like gets an attack in and actually hits me, and then does that Dark Typhoon again, then you can actually, it really starts to overwhelm what little healing you have. So basically with this battle at the start, basically just make sure you Spirit on every even turn. This is turn 3, it's an odd one. And like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean she will use it on all the even turns, but she has a chance to. Now, she does actually have like sort of a hidden MP total. Once she uses it a certain number of times, she like runs out of MP and can't use it anymore, and will just do physical attacks. And it can be a little bit tricky to judge when that happens, because, like I said before, she could go turns. I don't have like hardly any AP. She could go turns where she doesn't always use it, but well, there, just trying to talk and do that at the same time, because she could have turns where she doesn't always use it on even turns. So you just kind of have to wait for a few chances and make sure she's not going to use it anymore, because you do not want to be caught unspirited while that's going off. Otherwise, you'll have to spend many turns just sitting there spiriting and recovering even turns. So make sure you're guarding. Yeah, so as you can see, she is actually doing more damage than we can keep up with right now. My health is in the middle of 2,000, so I think I'm actually going to Spirit this turn and see if I can't block her attacks and try to recover a little bit more. Okay, yeah, she can also use Glare, and this is basically the main reason you need the Wonder Amulet. If you get turned to stone here, it's over. You can't do anything else, so you need to make sure you're protected against that. And again, even turn, make sure we're Spiriting. Yeah, see, that time she didn't do it, even though she could have. So again, this doesn't mean she's going to stop doing it from here on out. So next even turn, we need to make sure that we're guarding. So. So that wasn't bad. It feels weird doing like so little damage with the Miracle Orb, though. Alright, so she's using that Glare again. That's good when you're protected against it, because that basically means that you just have a free turn. Alright, so let's see if she does it this time. Alright, so I don't know if I'm going to have any AP to attack with. Probably not. No, it doesn't look like it. So let's just kind of wait this one out a bit. It's always refreshing to see that you get a free turn to heal. That's basically a gift, really, at this point. So we've got another even turn here. Yeah, it does take a little while for her to run out of that MP, but she will eventually, I promise. Alright, so this is our turn to attack. I might have already had that in. And yeah, to top things off, she also has a lot of HP. I mean, you remember how late in the game we fought her. This was basically, it was the floating castle, you know, Conquerum, the last area we went to. So we got another even turn. She might be running out soon, but I wouldn't gamble on it. Alright, so we're still fine on health. We're really not in too much danger. And again, we do still have that end of round recovery. I am going to Spirit a bit, though, because I'd like for it to come up a bit if possible. Defender Chain's a godsend, I tell you. Okay, she didn't use it. Like I said before, I'm suspecting she should be about to run out by now. She shouldn't be able to use it in too much longer. And basically, once she reaches that point, this battle is cake. It's really easy after that. I think using Glare also does use up that MP, so maybe that might mean that she's not quite out yet. So, again, I mean, I would need to Spirit this round anyway, but you still want to play it safe until she goes like 3 or 4 rounds without using it. Alright, so here's another round without using it. Let's get some AP back here. And again, I am going to Spirit next round just to make sure. But I'm really suspecting that she's out now. Alright, so here's our next even turn. Yeah, okay, I'm pretty sure that she is out of MP at this point. So from here on out, it's basically a cakewalk, because we should very easily be able to recover more than she does with her attacks, especially since we're blocking almost all of them. We should pretty much stay at max HP every turn. That's definitely not a stretch. Alright, I think this was actually another even turn, so yeah, I'm pretty much 100% sure that she is not going to use it anymore. So at this point, basically, all you need to worry about for spiriting is making sure you have enough AP to do your attacks. Don't quite have enough to do a good one, but that'll work. Alright, and down she goes. Yeah, I bet you thought when we were in Crystal Kingdom, it's like I bet you never would have thought that we would be taking down Zora with Vaughn alone with no armor, items, or magic. It's pretty amazing when you think about it, it really is. Alright, so our coins have skyrocketed. We're up to 8830. This is round number 13, and this is the final round against Jet. Yeah, you remember, he's a very recent boss, actually. It wasn't too long ago that we fought him with all three of us and had a little bit of trouble. So this is where the Defender Chain is absolutely necessary. You can see just how many attacks he does. If we did not block those, we would have taken over 1,000 damage very, very easily. And again, Jet is much like Zora in the fact that every other round he can use his special attack, in this case Shadow Break, and again, he will run out of MP just like Zora did as well. So at the beginning, it's basically just holding out until you can get to that point, and then from then on, the Defender Chain should carry you the rest of the way. But even still, it's very, very easy to be overwhelmed because you don't have much healing at all. So if you're getting a little bit low on HP or you feel that you're not going to be able to keep up, it's a very viable strategy to just spirit until he stops using Shadow Break. Like, just do nothing else except spiriting. I have done it before, so... Yes, he's going to get quite a bit of damage in with his physical attacks here. So we may need to spend a little bit of time just recovering. So that was over 1,000 damage right there, so we're going to have to be spiriting for a while. Especially because he's going to be using Shadow Break every other turn as well, so... Yeah, I mean, we are well under 2,000 at this point, so... we're going to need to spend a little bit of time basically just spiriting and waiting him out. Even though we have plenty of AP to attack, I just can't afford to take another 1,000 damage from his physicals. And see, the thing with him is, even if he hits you like just twice, like 293, that basically cancels out the healing you get from the Life Grail. So you kind of have to get a little bit lucky if you want to actually recover instead of just stay where you are. But even if I can just stay where I am, I should be fine until he runs out. Yeah, and that does about 400 or a little bit over spiriting, so you really need to watch out. Now, let's hope we can get some good blocks in here. Well, 133, that's not too bad, I guess. We recovered a little bit. And again, I don't think he always uses Shadow Break every other turn. Yeah, you can see he's going to use Clone. That's always a good thing because that does no damage to you, so that gives you a free turn to recover your 200 whatever HP. So we're back up above 2,000. Just make sure you can keep track of which one's the real one. And again, still make sure that you spirit on even turns. Alright, so that's pretty good. I'll take that. And this is a potential Shadow Break turn. And like I said before, the clones are worthless. They do like single digits to you, so... And you can see I'm pretty much just falling into that spirit until he stops using Shadow Break routine. I hate that it makes it take so long, but I mean, I can't afford to die at this point. Yeah, I see 4 damage from the clone. I mean, as soon as I can recover up a little bit of HP, I might consider going for it again. That 1,000 is actually a little bit more than he would usually do. I just kind of got unlucky with the blocking. Thankfully, I blocked all his attacks there, but we do need a spirit for a Shadow Break turn. To be honest, I actually really wish he'd make another clone. He will make another one. He can have up to 3 of himself at a time. I might have been able to pull off an attack here, but I don't know. Hopefully I can get a full set of blocks. Alright, good. Alright, please don't use Shadow Break. Use Clone again. I would really like it for Return of Healing. Okay, this is the real one right here, because it's doing a bunch of attacks. So, good. It actually didn't use Shadow Break this turn. This should give us a chance to attack again. Yeah, we're up to about 2,300, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah, it's the one furthest away, because you can kind of use their physical position. You know, the one furthest away is the real one, because it attacked first, and I got knocked back a little bit from the clone, so that's definitely the real one. Alright, good, over 3,000 damage, that's definitely nice. Yep, and here comes the damage. Oh, come on, Vaughn. 919. I'm getting a little bit unlucky with those blocks. Alright, so it's going to time to Spirit recover a bit. And this is another Shadow Break turn anyway. He does actually, I think, run out a lot faster than Zora did. It could actually be very possible that he's run out right now. But we'll have to see. We want to definitely wait a few more chances, because it's been 2 in a row now that he hasn't used it. Again, I would really just like him to use Clone. Alright, good. That's definitely going to help. And see, from then on, if you can keep getting turns like that, you don't have that 400 damage to keep chipping away. And if you keep blocking and blocking, you can actually recover somewhat steadily. Alright, that's 3 in a row now that he has not used Shadow Break, so I'm fairly certain in saying that he's run out now and you won't be seeing it again. But I'm going to keep Spiriting just to sort of bring my health up a bit if I can. And just one more chance, because the next turn would be an even turn for him to use Shadow Break, so just one more chance, and if he doesn't use it, I know for sure that he's definitely out. And we've got ourselves back up over 2,000 health again as well. Let's Clone. Alright, so we can definitely recover that. Let's go ahead and get an attack in. From this point on, we'll finally start being able to do damage to him, and it'll just be a matter of time. Alright, so we're getting good recovery in here. 2301 after like 3 or 4 turns. We can get another Miracle Art in. So yeah, it's at this point that you can you can definitely heal more than he does, especially if you get lucky with blocking. Which I kind of did there, actually. 393 for an unprotected turn is really good. Alright, perfect. 2227. We don't quite have a full batch of AP, but that's alright. I want to go ahead and attack anyway. Yeah, he's still probably got quite a bit of health. I'm not entirely sure where we're at in terms of chipping away at him, but it still will probably be a little while. I mean, like I said before, this is a very major time investment. It takes quite a long time to do this, especially because you have to play super defensively. Okay, we should start knocking him down soon, I think. He's going to get his turn in first. Oh, 224 on an attacking turn. That's literally about as good as you can ask for. Okay, well, no, maybe not yet. Like I said, he's got a lot of health. It's just whittling away. The good news is we're in very good shape. We're definitely recovering more than he's doing, or at least an equal amount. I mean, once he gets rid of that Shadow Break and doesn't use it anymore, you're in very good shape. And 93 there means we're definitely going to get most of that refilled. So. Alright, he's finally starting to get knocked down now. It's actually been quite a while. I've had 5 or 6 attacking turns since we last met. This video is going to get chopped to pieces, I already know. But now that we're starting to get him knocked down, it should only be a few more turns of attack before he goes down. Then once we take his clone out, that'll finish it. Okay, down he goes. That finally took care of the real Jet. Now all that's left to do is spear it up for just a little bit, take care of the clone, and then this thing will be done. We can probably do it with the AP we have. It doesn't have much health at all. It figures I would mess up the last command. And you can see we finished up almost at full health. We were up to like 3,000 by the end of it. Yep, and there we go. That takes down the clone, and the round is finally over. So we did it. That finishes round 13 as well as the Master Course. Again, I bet whenever we fought Jet, you never thought we'd be taking him down with no equipment, no items, no magic. I mean, like I said before, it's really incredible when you consider the kind of thing we're doing here. And the winner is Vaughn! Vaughn! Sweet. What a fight, simply amazing. Congratulations, Vaughn, you made it through the Master level. To commemorate his victory, we present Vaughn with a War God icon. Awesome, and Contestant Vaughn has also been awarded 13,000 tokens. That's not bad, but we could earn a lot more than that on the slots. At least I could, and definitely less time. But the War God icon, let's go ahead and check out what we got, and then we can end it here. I have no idea what time we're at. I've completely stopped keeping track. The War God icon is a very, 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 very good accessory that you want to get. Attack twice in a row. Basically, this accessory will double your damage output. We're going to be using this in our final setup for Vaughn, and he's going to become basically the ultimate attacker. So it's going to be really, really cool once we put all this together. Okay, so now that we're done with the Master Course of the Muscle Dome, there is absolutely zero left that we need to take care of. The only thing is to head back into Juggernaut and then head into the final area, beat the final boss, and beat the game. Pretty excited. So until then, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.